Hey everyone, this is our bike through Savannah South KOA. As you can see right here, we're at the front entrance. What will be behind me is actually where you come in at. And right here is the pool and the playground area. The pool is just your standard in-ground pool. No slides, nothing special along those lines, but it does have a pool. Has a dog area, and this is in the evening. We only stayed here one night, so as you'll see as I ride through, it gets dark pretty quickly. Right here on your left is the laundromat, which is on the back end of the convenience store and where you check in at. Building right there is for maintenance. There's some cabins straight ahead, and actually on the other side of those cabins is a big old lake, which you'll see a few more times in this video. I made a quick turnaround, and to your right is going to be the big bathroom area, showers and whatnot. And you didn't really get to see it, but right there at the entrance, they have 3 locations to where if they are slam packed, booked, not have any more spaces to give you, you pull in, they'll let you stay in one of those 3 spaces for the night. They'll basically have you just turn around, and it'll be a pull-through spot. Basically just has power, water, and I do not believe those spots have sewer. But all the rest of these do have all your full hookups. They all have power, they all have sewer, they all have water, they all have cable. They're all gravel as a pull-through or as a back end. As you see right there, we're on a gravel one, and it's pretty level. We didn't really have any problems with having to adjust too much front, back, or left to right. Majority of the sites are pull-through. Now, yes, they do have some back ends, but as you'll see as we ride through here, majority of the sites are pull-through. And they're not very small either. You have decent amount of space on your front end and on your back end, so you're not right on top of your neighbor. And one thing I really liked was even the back ends, you're not backing in to a neighbor. So if you have a back end spot, that's still at your spot. Now directly ahead of us right there are a few spots that back into or onto the lake. There's a few, just a few, but there's a few that have an actual deck overlooking the lake. I would imagine you probably have to call ahead pretty early to get one of those. There's one of the cabins that a family can rent or stay at. That's one of the bigger ones. There's actually 2 right there on our right. As we ride into the second section, there's 3 sections. We stayed in the first section. This is the second section, and they're all 3 pretty much exactly the same. They're pull-through gravel, and they have a little bit of space on each end. They're not. I said none of them is paved, to my best knowledge. Not a single one of these is paved, but everything's pretty well flat, so you're not really looking at having to adjust a whole lot to keep everything level. We stayed here because it was KOA, and we looked it up, and it seemed pretty nice. Rates were very reasonable, and it was right off the interstate. We were coming from North Carolina going to Disney World, and we didn't want to make that long 12-hour drive all in one day and have a whole day wasted, and we were be too tired to do anything at Disney when we got there. So the day before we were able to check in at Disney, we came down to Savannah, parked our camper here, spent the day in Savannah, went out to Foley Beach, and enjoyed ourselves greatly. But this site is less than a mile off Interstate. You have plenty of big gas stations where you can pull your camper into with ease, places to get food, all within a 1 mile radius of this place. So like I said, it's very easy to get on, very easy to get off. But you're still, as you can tell from the trees, you're still secluded from everything. We didn't hear interstate traffic. We couldn't hear anything. Again, there's a couple of those sites that have a deck out onto the water. As we're getting back closer to the first section, as you can see, it's getting pretty dark pretty quick on me here, so I'm trying to hurry through everything. But the check-in folks were nice. I could tell if you hadn't arrived by the evening time and you were supposed to, they already had everything set up like KOA usually does, as far as for you going and just picking up your paper and moseying on to your site. They do have some primitive sites, as you can see right here. All those tent sites are up against the lake, so if that's something you're interested in, bringing your tent and getting a few nights rest next to the lake, you got it right there. Again, right there's the back end of the check-in area and where you enter at. If you need a place to stay, I'm going to say this one more time because I thought it was so interesting. If you need a place to stay, and this place, and it even says they're fully booked, but you are driving down the road and you're needing a place to stay, and you pull up the Savannah South, the KOA, they do have 3 spots that they will turn you around in and let you stay the night there. By the time nightfall hit, we already those 3 were already booked up. But I thought it was pretty neat that they had those available, not necessarily ones that they look at as far as booking online, but ones that they had available to us. Thank you for watching our video.